Hello, my love, and welcome back to another episode of the Queen of Pep Talks podcast. Happy Wednesday. I am very excited to share another Join Jessica episode with you. These are quickly becoming some of my favorites. On today's episode, I am flying solo. We'll save a client conversation for the week following next because I have decided, buckle up, it's a little bit of sad news. I have decided that I am taking next week off from the podcast. My mind and my heart and my body are telling me, Jessica, create space for yourself. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to honor myself and I'm going to be taking off an entire week from the podcast, which I have not done in quite some time. This year, we did over 130 podcast episodes. On Friday, I'm going to do a kind of like 2022 wrapped up for you guys, where I'm going to talk about a little bit about my year and what I have been through and things that I think are valuable for you, and just share in the gratitude and joy that I feel in being able to share this space with all of you, because I say it all of the time, but it's because I mean it so much. You guys mean the absolute world to me. Like, truly, I'm just so grateful for this space and this community and the support here. I'm just so happy. This coming weekend, we are doing, I say we, my husband and I are doing the 300K podcast download celebration. I'm going to order up some balloons, pop a bottle of champagne. We're going to have a nice dinner on Christmas Eve, and I'm very excited to celebrate that. And then we are spending Christmas Day with my mom, which I'm really looking forward to. But I'm very excited to unplug from the podcast. We will be back on January 2nd with a fire first Monday morning of the new year message for you, much like we did this year on the podcast. I want to bring that back because I just love that I can share some inspiration and empowerment with you on the first Monday of the new year, January 2nd. So I will be delivering you that podcast. We do have a morning message coming for you tomorrow, and then we'll do a final episode for the year 2022 on Friday, which I look forward to sharing with you guys. So there are only a few things that I want to offer to you guys inside of today's Join Jessica episode, but I also want to serve you up a quick little reality check and just some real talk around what it takes to build a successful coaching business. It's currently Tuesday, 8:06 p.m., the night before this episode drops. I'm generally doing the Join Jessica episodes the day before they air, just because it makes the most sense, because I know what I'm currently selling. And as always, I move quick in my world, so there's always new stuff. If I recorded this yesterday, I wouldn't be able to share with you the incredible thing that we created today. The team created an epic bundle, the 2022 Masterclass bundle for you guys. Yesterday, I wrapped up the resolution. I worked last night until about 10 p.m. The resolution, if you missed that, was so good. It was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. Absolutely powerful. But I worked late last night. Now here I am again working late tonight, 8:07 now on Tuesday, the day before this episode comes out. We just got done with a hour and 40-minute total package call, which was so beautiful. If you're one of my clients in the total package, I freaking love you to pieces. And our calls just, they make me feel so fulfilled in my business, and I'm so grateful for you. So what I want to share with you is the reality of the fact that it's Tuesday at 8:07. Now, 2 nights in a row, I've worked late. Ideal? No, I want to take next week off, which means doing some things in advance to prepare for that, which is amazing. And I want to make that sacrifice so I can take that time unplugged. But here's the reality, guys. Building a successful coaching business or successful business of any kind that you desire for yourself, it is going to require sacrifices. There are going to be times where, like tonight, honestly, when I was done the call, my voice is so tired. I recorded 6 trainings today for upcoming programs and courses. I had an almost 2-hour call. I had 2 private client calls. I had a 2+ hour masterclass last night. My voice is very tired, and I am quite honestly very tired. I am here recording this podcast episode because I am committed to myself and I am committed to my business. And I know that this level of commitment is hard to find and hard to create, especially if you're in the beginning of building your business, where you don't feel like you yet have the obligations to other people to show up and follow through. I don't know why in life or when in life we realize that it's a lot easier to keep commitments to other people than it is to keep them to yourself, right? Think about that. How often in your life do you show up for the benefit of other people, but it's hard for you to show up for the benefit of yourself? Twisted way of thinking, but we all fall into it. When you are building a business in in the beginning, especially a coaching business where it feels like there's nobody really depending on you. Maybe you don't have a platform of people, an audience of people who are looking to you to create content every day or for you to show up on stories every day. And maybe you don't have paying clients, mastermind clients, private clients that require you to show up and serve them on a daily basis. Maybe you don't have a podcast where you have listeners tuning in so you don't feel obligated to show up and create for them. How can you create a commitment to yourself and to your business that you're going to show up for you and for the business, not just for the sake of other people? How do you create that commitment within yourself because it matters? And the reflection that's been beneficial for me that I will pose to you is I was willing all of my life to show up at a job every single day, whether I felt like it or not. I owe it to myself and to my dreams to show up and do the work, whether I feel like it or not. And I know that that can be easier said than done, right? Right now, I'd rather be sleeping next to my husband. It's really sad. Tomorrow I'm going to my best friend's house. So it's 3 nights in a row. I'm not going to have gone to 4 nights in a row because he stayed up late on Sunday. 4 nights in a row that I'm not going to have gone to bed with my husband. That is heartbreaking. I hate that for me. But I know that this sacrifice is worth it because I deserve to keep my commitment to myself. Much like if you listened to the relationship episode that I did on Monday, which if you haven't heard that one, I really recommend listening to it. You might not think it's valuable for you right now, but that podcast got so many downloads and literally you guys are going crazy over it, which just makes me so happy. Go back and listen to that. But much like I was talking about in that episode, someone else broke a commitment to me, but that wasn't going to mean that I broke a commitment to myself. You have to find that commitment within yourself to know that you want this bad enough that you're willing to do whatever it takes. And this is true for your coaching business. And the reason that's the focus is because this is a Join Jessica episode. And I want to keep these really focused on the business mindset of things. But also this is so applicable to every other area of your life. It's easy to want to back out on the commitments that you make to yourself. But if you're so willing to keep commitments to other people, can you deepen that level of commitment to your own goals and dreams as we move forward into 2023? Because my love, you deserve for 2023 to be the year that you finally achieve what you've been saying you want. 2023 deserves to be a year that you chase a dream so big that feels like it terrifies you. Last night after the resolution, I'm always so lit up after masterclasses. After the resolution, I was laying in bed and I was reflecting and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, it hit me. We're taking the Queen of Pep Talks on a podcast tour in 2024. Like it is happening. I know it. I see it. It is literally happening. The Queen of Pep Talks is going to be the biggest thing in the world. Like one day it's going to be a reality show. Well, not a reality show, but like a talk show where people come on and I give them coaching and pep talks. Like I can just see it in my mind's eye so beautifully. But I was reflecting on that last night and I was thinking how big my dreams are in 2023, how massive my goals are in 2023. And the things that I'm going after, they terrify the shit out of me. I found today as I was creating a reel for Instagram, I found a picture that I took of myself the day that I made the investment inside of Heroic Public Speaking, a $26,000 investment for the 8-month course. I found a picture from the day that I made that investment. And one of the things that I wrote on there was something along the lines of, it's not just the big investment that I'm making that felt scary. It's the big commitment that I'm making to myself that feels scary. I'm going to be doing things that I've literally never done before and meeting parts of myself that I have yet to meet. And that feels so vulnerable. And it feels quite honestly a little bit scary, but I'm up for the challenge because I know that the bigger I dream, the bigger the reward and the bigger the growth that I experience within myself. So I hope that you will do whatever it takes to make your goals come to fruition in 2023 because you deserve it. Not because I'm promoting hustle culture or I think that we need to be working harder or doing more all of the time, because I don't. But I do know that if you want something in your heart, you deserve to have that dream fulfilled. And from my perspective, I've achieved a lot of things. Achieving your dreams requires a certain level of commitment. It requires a certain level of discipline. It requires a certain level of being willing to follow through and do what you said you were going to do. And I hope that 2023 will be the year where you figure out how you can be that person for yourself. And if you're struggling with that, just a reminder, this is one of the primary things that I help my clients with, the mindset of being a woman who becomes so deeply dedicated to herself and her goals that she's willing to show up and do whatever it takes to make that happen. So that being said, how can you work with me if you want to in 2023? The first thing that we have that the team put together today, and this is available right now for purchase, I'll put the link in the show notes. The team put together an entire bundle of all of my 2022 masterclasses. There are 15 trainings included. 3 of the trainings, I believe, are Q&As, over 21 hours, 21 hours of content for you guys. And we're giving it to you as a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, $99 purchase. These are valued over $500, 21 hours of content, 21 hours of gold just spewing out of my mouth nonstop. You're welcome. The link for that is in the show notes. This will be expiring probably around Christmas Day, so don't sleep on it. The link is in the show notes. Grab that now before it expires. We also have the podcast course, which I am so excited about. I just submitted the branding to my graphic designer yesterday. It's going to be so gorgeous. I took some really beautiful photos for it. I cannot wait. We have called the course Podcasting with the Queen. This is going to be a course where I teach you everything that I know about podcasting. Current investment is $333. That price is increasing on 12/31. So if you want to save and get inside of the podcast course, I don't have all the details because we haven't mapped it out yet completely. So I don't know everything that will be included, but the commitment that I can make to you is I will share everything that I know about creating a massively successful podcast. Okay. We also have the secret birthday offer, which I am literally through the moon excited about. I've been doing so much reflection on 2022, and what I'm going to share with you is just going to be mind-blowingly good. This is going to be a 4 to 5 day, I think it's going to be 5 days program where I'm going to reflect on my entire year of 2022, and I'm going to dissect month by month. We're going to go through the year together, and I'm going to share with you the things that I did, the things that I tried in my life, in my business, in my relationship that worked, that didn't work, that brought success, that brought failure. And I'm going to extract all of the really powerful lessons for you and teach you how you can do the same for yourself. So part of your homework in this course will be to take a look back at your own 2022 so that you can acknowledge what you went through, be proud of yourself for what you accomplished, but also take a long, hard look at some of the things that didn't work so that as you're working towards creating the change that you want in 2023, you're able to say, hey, I tried this last year and it didn't actually work. Maybe I should try something different. We want to be women who learn from their mistakes. And inside of the secret birthday offer, we really need to give it a name soon here. Inside of that, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can do that. I know that it's going to be so magical. Current investment is $222. Price for that is also increasing. There are 2 more price increases. We're actually going to go all the way up to $444 with this one because it's going to be so valuable. So we're currently at $222. Price is increasing on Christmas Eve. Okay, so that's Saturday, I believe. Price will be increasing. What else do we have coming up that I want you to know about? Oh, brand new offer that I shared at the end of the resolution. We are creating in 2022 what we are calling JJXO Unfiltered Radio. So at the start of this podcast, as I was talking to you guys about the real behind the scenes of what it takes to create success, imagine access to a personalized pep talk like that once a week. Once a week, I'm going to plug into a Voxer space and I'm going to broadcast something that I am going through in my life, something that I am learning, takeaways and value for you that are going to be really impactful and influential around mindset, about life, about business, about all sorts of different things. And then every other month, you're going to get a Q&A. So there's going to be a feed where you can submit questions, and I'm going to answer any and every question that you ask me inside of this Voxer broadcast. JJXO Unfiltered Radio. It is going to be a literal behind the scenes opportunity for you to hear what it takes to actually be successful in your life, in your business, in your health and fitness, in your consistency, in your discipline, in your relationship. I'm going to be sharing it all, and I'm very, very excited for that. The first session that we are doing, the way that I envision this is that it's eventually going to be like a 6-month or a 12-month commitment. I want people to really be invested in their long-term support and being able to be plugged into women who really activate them and empower them and inspire them to go after what it is that they want. So we're doing a beta test group of this. It's going to be a 3-month commitment. The price point is $555, literally for 3 months. You're fucking welcome. This is insane. And I'm really excited to test this out with a beta group of women to see what the response is, what the vibe is, so that I can refine the container as necessary to make it perfect when we open for a longer term commitment. So If this is something that you're desiring access to, I plan to open the space, the JJXO Unfiltered Radio, sometime in mid to late January. So if you're wanting to be a part of this, send me a message and get inside. It's going to be really incredible. I'm really excited to connect with my community on a different level, on a deeper level, but also in like really real time, where when I'm actually going through something, I can plug into Voxer and share like, this is what I'm going through. This is what it feels like. This is how I'm navigating it. And here's what you can take from it. It's going to be a really exciting way to be plugged into my energy in 2023. So if you desire to join that, send me a DM on Instagram and we'll get you into JJXO Unfiltered Radio. I think that is all that I want to share on this episode. So we have the masterclass bundle from 2022. We have the podcast course, Podcasting with the Queen. We have the secret birthday offer, and we have the JJXO Unfiltered Radio. 4 very, very different opportunities to work with me. As always, if you guys ever have any questions about offers or opportunities that I share here on the podcast, I'm literally just a message away. Feel free to shoot me a DM and we can have a conversation about what would work best for you. Links to a lot of these opportunities are in the show notes of this episode. I will miss you guys on next week's JJXO episode, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll be back the week after and it's going to be amazing. I'll bring a fire episode for you with one of the many client conversations that I have had over the last several weeks. I'm going to ask, if you haven't already, please leave a rating and review on the Queen of Pep Talks podcast. You guys are crushing it, putting it in your reviews. I love you and I appreciate you. It means the absolute world to me. Such a nice way for you to give back to me for creating this podcast for you and sharing everything that I do on a daily basis with you here. I appreciate your love and support more than I can ever put into words. I have a really big, massive goal for 2023 with the podcast. I'll share some of that with you on Friday's episode. Okay. I love you to absolute pieces. I hope that you have the best day of your whole entire life. I'm going to encourage you, if you're listening to this today on Wednesday when it releases, check out my stories because I'm just hanging out with the cutest little boys ever. I can't believe that my nephews are about to be 1 year old. I'm obsessed with them. They're just the freaking cutest things in the world. So if you want to see them, go check out my stories on Instagram at join_Jessica_expo. Okay. I love you guys so much and I'll talk to you on the next episode of the Queen of Pep Talks podcast. See ya.